Hey everyone, this is Dan Tortora here with the Athletics Director of LeMoyne College, Bob Beretta, and a special AD and DT as we are here Saturday, July 1st in celebration of the official move, the official day, first day ever of LeMoyne College entirely as NCAA Division I institution inside of the NEC, the Northeast Conference. Bob, how are you?
I'm excellent, Dan. How are you today?
We're doing very well, and obviously you can see behind us here, construction is definitely happening here, and there's a lot of different things going on. Bob and I spoke about this on the show. The construction literally started the day after the final men's lacrosse game. So just what you could say about seeing the heights evolving as we take a step into Division I.
Yeah, it's great, and appreciate the opportunity. It's our first day as official Division I members here at LeMoyne. It's pretty exciting, but it's been an interesting process. You know, you're going to see a lot of things around campus over the next 6 to 8 months that are going to show a tremendous amount of evolution, and the building right over our shoulders back here is the first. They've moved out really well on that. That's going to provide an increased level of service to our fans, our followers, our players, our student athletes. I think now when people come and enjoy a game here, and we love to hear the construction in the background, they're going to be able to grab something to eat, something to drink, use a restroom, a proper restroom, and we don't have to use a porta-john or have to make people walk over to the event center. So that's really exciting. It might not seem like a big enhancement, but it's a big improvement, and it's something that, you know, servicing our fans is really important, and we feel like this is one step to service those folks. And then, you know, you're going to see new baseball dugouts hopefully here before the snow flies in the fall. You know, they'll be in here demolishing these dugouts that we have, putting new ones in, and you can see over our shoulder. That work will start here pretty soon, and then, you know, I hope to have another phase going next summer. We're hoping that we're able to replace the press box and the seating bleacher situation and the backstop, the retention netting, all those kinds of things. So that's kind of the next phase in our project. Then we have softball press box that'll be coming in by November, we're told. So a little infrastructure work there that needs to be done, and then we'll have press box there, and we continue to try to tweak, enhance, and increase the level of service to our fans and also our student athletes.
Yeah, and it was something that you and I were speaking about well before any conversation of moving to Division I, was to work with the concessions in the bathrooms here at Ted Grant Field, at the same time to work with the baseball dugouts and improvements on the baseball side and a press box for softball. So it just goes to show that these plans were in place whether you were Division I or Division II. Yeah,
there's no way that we could have executed on these things since the announcement on May 9th or 10th, whichever day that was. These plans were in the making for a while. That's a great tribute to our leadership here, President Lemura, Joe Grasso, our CFO, very supportive of these initiatives. And maybe the most exciting piece is what we're going to be doing in the event center. And we're now several months into a study with an architectural firm out of Ohio, Moody Nolan. It's a top firm in the college athletics industry, and they're looking at our event center. We've had several meetings on campus, Zoom sessions, where they're studying our building, and we're looking at where areas that we can identify to expand. So there'll be expansion, and then once we expand, we'll be able to renovate the spaces where we move the new people in. And that's really exciting because we're talking about locker room space. We're talking about services that we can provide our student athletes, like student athlete lounges, maybe refueling areas, things of that nature, and certainly office space, a new strength and conditioning room. And not just for the intercollegiate side, we're going to do that as well for the student side. It's recreation and intramurals falls under athletics as well now, and that's really important to us. We provide our students here at LeMoyne a vibrant experience, and we feel like we're going to be able to do that with a new cardiovascular room and workout area as well. So big plans. We're looking at possibly a $25 million project over 5 years that could begin as quickly as the winter or next spring there. So lots of activity on the heights, but that's a sign of progress. It's a sign of evolution. More important, it's a sign of leadership, and that leadership comes from the top with President Lemura.
Yeah, you know, and seeing all of this, that it's not just the move in the air to Division I, but that this constant belief system and just in growth and making sure that you're challenging yourselves. I mean, ever since I started, this partnership with LeMoyne, hearing from you, hearing from, President Dr. Linda Lemura and many people all across campus, it's been about, let's not rest on our laurels, let's not just kind of sit where we are, but let's always look at where we can grow, where we can evolve, where we can be better. And I think that's a true sign for LeMoyne, that we're not just standing here today saying, welcome to Division I, but if you come on this campus, I mean, people are seeing that there's an attention to detail and a push toward finding ways to make what you currently have better, and to bring in some new pieces like this concession and restroom stand that's coming in. I mean, there's a lot to be said about the fact that Dolphins typically don't just sit still.
That's right. No, again, I keep echoing the same comments about President LeMoyne, but it does start at the top, and her leadership and her vision. And you have to have a vision, and then you have to have resources. That's where Joe Grasso fits into this, right? I've always said that a vision without resources is a dream. So our dreams are becoming reality because we have proper leadership, just amazing supportive leadership in place that's willing to invest in the areas that we feel are most worthy of that investment. And we're doing that across campus. It's not just athletics. Last year, beautiful quad and entranceway, and the second phase of the Riley renovation. And now we're in that, the third phase of that. I think will start next summer. We're in the middle of the second phase of that right now. So great investments going across campus. And I think when you're a young person or the parent of a young person considering colleges, and I walked in those shoes not too long ago, you want to see activity, you want to see construction, you want to see progress when you step on campus. This past week we had over 150 young people here for summer camps, lacrosse, we had a softball ID camp, we had our basketball camp, Nate Champion camp was here. That's 150 prospective future Dolphins here on campus, and we want to put our best foot forward and show that we are going to evolve, and whether we transition to Division I or not, there was a plan in place to continue moving forward. And again, a tribute to President LeMoyne for her vision, Joe Grasso for his financial support, and now we have a new VP for advancement, Dean Joseph, and he's going to be a big part of that. Jim Joseph is the Dean of the School of Business, the Madden School of Business, done a phenomenal job there raising funds, and he now oversees advancement, innovation, and creativity, as well as the Dean of the Madden School of Business. And we're working hand in hand right now on a couple of mini campaigns that we're going to kick off in athletics, so I'm going to help co-lead that with him. And we're going to have a very aggressive stance in the community, because we're going to need assistance. We're going to need people to step forward and help us. We heard for many, many years that if you transition, we will support. And now is the time to support. We're going to need that support to evolve, to improve, and enhance the student-athlete experience.
Yeah, and I think, and you were talking about different things happening around campus in general. I think it's great when you look out, Dr. Linda LeMoyne's office, that you see from her side of campus and her view there at the top of the mountain, so to speak, that there's so many things being done, like you said, with the quad, and just this evolution there that we've seen happening before the summer even started. There's been so much work that's done, and there's going to be an ode to Cazenovia College too in connection with them. So there's a lot coming to campus with a lot of tradition and history, and also a move toward the future. And I think that that's something that LeMoyne does very well, is you link the past to the present to the future. And wherever you are on campus, you're seeing something being done right now, which I think says a lot about what LeMoyne demands of themselves and what they want the community to see here and abroad.
It's part of that Jesuit mantra of Magis. We always want more, and we're always striving for a little bit more, for excellence. And it's not about settling for the status quo. It's not about settling for mediocrity. We're going to strive for excellence in all that we do. And I think the evolution of campus, the physical evolution, is a big part of that. I think it's really important to have that vision, and we have a vision. And the programs that we're talking about now, the projects, the initiatives that we're talking about now, they're the ones that are most the closest to execution. But I have a list of others that I'd like to spring on people here at the next stage, because you always have more. You always want other things, and we have a list behind this list that we're executing now too. And I know that others on campus do as well. A quick shout out to Fuad Dietz, who is our campus architect and oversees all these projects and does such a wonderful job keeping everybody on time and at a very high standard. So when you see construction here at LeMoyne, it's done with so much care to detail. Make sure that everything is done tasteful in a distinguished way that fits the rest of the campus climate. So Fuad does a phenomenal job with that. Speaking to him earlier this week outside as we watched the concession and restroom roof get raised, literally, and he does a phenomenal job with that. But Dan, I think it's very fitting that we talk about today, our first day at Division I, this vision and all this preparation and this commitment to excellence, that's what put LeMoyne in position to consider an invitation to Division I.
Yeah.
If that leadership wasn't in place, if that vision wasn't in place, if that commitment to progress and evolution and improvement wasn't palpable,
yeah,
then we wouldn't have received that invitation from the Northeast Conference presidents and Commissioner Morris. But we wanted to put ourselves in position to gain an invitation, and the only way to do that was to have displayed visionary leadership, and again, President Mura has done that time and time again, and then to show the commitment to investment, and all of our leadership and our board of trustees, and Pete DeLaura, our board chair, and Bob Beretta, the previous board chair. All these folks have to pull together. It all has to coalesce for something like this day to take place, to occur. And I just want to mention them all, because they all played huge roles in all of this, and without any link of that chain connected, I don't know that we'd be here today.
Yeah, you know, and you spoke about it, that commitment of being ready so you don't have to get ready, and to have, you know, the strategic plan and everything that you worked on, and having somebody from the outside come in and assess everything. So, and this was well before there was any invitation, any conversation, any conference coming in, that LeMoyne wanted to strategically be ready to be able to make your own mind up instead of somebody else making it up for you.
Yeah, and some people have asked, well, do you think that would have been a lot of wasted effort if you hadn't gained an invite? And I say no. Number one, we have great confidence in what we stand for, what our mission here is, and we felt like if we could put the other pieces in place, we're going to be very attractive to outside suitors. But beyond that, it was a process of just making things better, right? Constant improvement for our student athletes, for our students, for our staff and faculty. So it was a time to take a bold step forward for the institution. And fortunately, it aligned very well with some realignment that's happening here nationally. And it was really important that we looked out into the future, out in the horizon, and projected to where that point needed to be. And when we could have an opportunity, we needed to get to that finish line before the opportunity hit that finish line. And we were able to do that. And we're really fortunate. So grateful here today on July 1st, the first day as an official member of the Northeast Conference, to share it with you, of all people, but also to just stand here on these grounds and know the commitment that's in place, and the future is going to be so exciting to be here on the Heights. Not just because of the Division I aspect of things, but because I know the progress is going to result in an enhanced experience for all of our Dolphins.
Yeah, so we are here Saturday, July 1st, 2023. And folks, officially welcome to the Northeast Conference and to Division I. Dolphins never swim alone. We need all of you, and we appreciate all the prospective Dolphins, the students and student athletes, of course, all of the current Dolphins, and the Dolphins that will always be in the family as alumni. We appreciate you. We thank you. I can't thank Dr. Linda Lemura, yourself, Bob, and everyone who has given me the opportunity to have this exclusive multimedia marketing partnership. We made history almost 3 years ago, so I wouldn't be standing here today if the leadership here didn't believe in me. So thank you for that. Well,
we believe in you deeply. You're a big part of this. You're a big part of the family, Dan. You've been with us every step in this journey, and I'm sure you'll be with us every step of the long journey ahead, because we have lots of work to do, but it's really exciting work, and I'm blessed to be part of it, and blessed to have you as a friend, and certainly as a partnership. We couldn't dream for a better partner than you to help tell our story.
Well, thank you for that. There's not a lot of presidents like Linda. There's not a lot of ADs like Bob, and there's not a lot of places like LeMoyne. Division I, we are here. Welcome, community. My hometown of Syracuse, New York, and to my dad and alum, shout out to LeMoyne College, Division I, NEC, and they have always been raising the bar. And as I told Linda a long time ago when she said, what do you think? Should we go? I said, Linda, you've been a D1 institution for a lot longer than this time period brought up. So congratulations to LeMoyne. Congratulations to you, to Linda, to Pete DeLaura, to Joe Grasso, to the entire team here at LeMoyne College. And thank you for all of your support, all of your love. And as we always say, Bob, and today on D1, for the first time we say, fins up.
Yeah, fins way up today.
Yeah,
all the way up.
Fins are up in the sky today. These Dolphins are jumping high, and we look forward to seeing you on campus. And we appreciate all your support and all your love as always. Take care and be well.